Hello, I'm Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. This is Lightwalker Healing. And today I wanted to answer a question from a group member, Lindsay, who was asking, how do you make a schedule if you have unpredictable things going on in your life? So what I take from that is if you feel that you can't be consistent for any old reason, right? How am I supposed to make a schedule? How am I supposed to be on a routine if, let's say, I find myself maybe having to go to doctor's visits or you have small children? How am I supposed to get things actually done? So, not to belabor the whole productivity piece of this, but I thought, first off, I'll give you my suggestion, and then we'll see what the cards have to say to add to um, any more any more information on the subject. So what I'm going to title this video is the solution, okay? All things cannot be equally important all the time. No. All things, no. All options are not always on the table. How about that? I like that, right? All options are not always on the table. They're just not, they can't be. If you're going to be having an inconsistent life, but you want to have routine, I want you to think about, and I'm going to give you an example, and you could play with it, work with it, and make it your own. But basically, what I recommend is that you take something consistent like time and break it up like that. So, for example, if you took a piece of paper and divided it into four pieces, one, two, three, four, right? Four squares. The first square could be from 9 a.m. till noon. The second square could be from noon till 3. Next square could be from 3 to 6, and then from 6 to 9. So you have your four squares. Obviously, adjust to your lifestyle. If you're someone like me who's up till midnight every night, you're not going to start, maybe at 9. Or maybe you are, because maybe by 9 p.m. you're really done or doing whatever it is that you do. That doesn't need to be, kind of thought about in terms of productivity. So what you would do then is say in the first quadrant, right, you're going to have things between 9 and noon, 9 a.m. and noon. What are the kinds of activities that I do in that time? And I'm just going to use, I'm making this up as I go to for you to use as an example, but let's just say from 9 to noon is the time when I may do dishes, or I may go to work, or maybe that's the time when I go exercise, go to the gym. Those are like my morning activities, right? And between noon and 3, again, if you're working, you might say, oh, work is the only thing I put in those first two quadrants, right? Maybe first 3 quadrants. But if you're not working, let's say you're having a life where you're home a lot, or you have a routine where you're having to run around, like I said, to doctor's appointments or teachers, let's say you have kids at school or whatever your lifestyle, it doesn't matter. You're just thinking, what do the kinds of things I do at certain times? And so if from noon till 3, I do something like maybe that's when I walk the dog, or maybe that's when I spend a little time meditating or reading a book. Maybe that's when I do laundry while the house is empty, or maybe that's the time when um, I don't know, you get the point. And you do the same for the third and the fourth quadrant. So in every time zone, okay, there's going to be different kinds of activities that you do. And you'll notice that there's certain things that you just don't do at certain times. Like, for example, I never do laundry first thing in the morning. And that's just a me thing. That's not saying it's right or wrong. It's just not something I do. That option then does not need to be on my mental table if it's, let's say 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, oh, I've got all these things to do. And let's say laundry is one of them. Well, it's 10 a.m. That's not the kind of thing I do until maybe I do laundry only at night. Maybe I only do laundry on weekends. Maybe I only do laundry um, once everyone's home. So like 4 p.m. activity. 5 p.m. activity. I don't know. But you start to eliminate things from your options, the menu of what will I do today to get all my things done. So that's my suggestion. If you work with me privately, I actually expand on that idea into a technique I call the flags, but it runs on that basic premise. So if you're watching this and you just divide your piece of paper up into 4 and write what are the kinds of activities I do in this time period, right? And then it helps you kind of sort through taking things off the table because all things are not an option at all times. I hope that helps, but let's just see for fun. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. Here's the message. The challenge is boundaries. Okay, 7 of Wands. It's about boundaries and putting yourself in an advantageous position. That's your challenge, right? You probably haven't set up boundaries. And the strategy I just shared with you is creating boundaries around certain activities. Like, don't walk the dog at 9 a.m. if that's a 5 p.m. activity, right? What is required here is a new idea. Think outside the box, right? That's how you get the breakthrough. The base of the matter here, we've got success and fulfillment. You would think I would have done my nails by now, guys. I'm so sorry. I need to do my nails. Success and completing things, right? That's the base of the matter is how do I successfully complete things? And in the past, I kind of get the feeling that there's ways that you did it before that aren't working anymore, right? So letting go of that's important. Realize you're on this new adventure. It may not seem like an adventure if this time in your life is rough right now, if you're challenged, but if you can kind of frame it like, okay, I obviously have to change things up and do things a little differently than I used to do, right? So you want to be the fool on their own adventure and be more spontaneous. Maybe, and you can check another video I have about this. It's called Squeeze Lemons. It's a technique I use, which is spontaneously taking advantage of a moment where it actually works to your advantage to work that way. So you can look that up on my channel. I believe it's called Squeeze Lemons. That's the name of the episode. Okay, so what we have here is you're celebrating because you did it. I'm doing the things, right? But the death card, I'm doing the things a new way. It's a new beginning. You're going to have to break out of the mindset of this is how I used to do it, or this is how it should be done, and get more creative, okay? What other people see, right? Maybe you're getting some flack from some people. This is a judgment card, and this is conflict or heartbreak. Like maybe people are, why are you doing it like that? Why aren't you doing it this way? Why aren't you doing this now? Why are you just sitting there? Why are you okay? If you're feeling a lot of judgment for the way you're doing things and you're getting nothing done, maybe they're judging that nothing's getting done. Okay, I'm going to tell you, this is going to pass. This will pass. This is a moment in time, and you just need to give yourself some grace and say, I need to devise new, different ways of doing things because the way I used to do them, when I used to do them, how I used to do them isn't working anymore. Okay. So I think your hopes and fears, like, I think you just want some help, right? And I want you to think less about your power being outside of you and just worry about what you can do. Okay, what can I do? That's the better question to ask. What can I do? Not what can I do? Okay. Ultimately, your outcome, look at this. I couldn't even make this up. It's like Ace of Wands. This is creative expansion. This is a new cycle in enterprise. Will and determine, you're expanding your potential. So here you are making things happen, and you've got mental clarity. You're going to figure this out. You are going to figure this out, but you're going to have to kind of get out of your old way of doing things or older mindset and kind of give yourself grace to be more in the moment and so, oh, today is the day I feel better, I feel good, I have time, whatever the reason, and say, so what are the kinds of things that I do around, mid-afternoon? That's your list to pick from, not all the things that you have to get done. All right. It's just like if it's raining, you've got to clean the gutters, but it's raining. Well, that you're not cleaning the gutters when it's raining. So you're just going to say things like that, like, no, I'm not going to wash clothes right now because it's 9 a.m. Like you're just going to set up some boundaries for yourself. All right. So let's see if you guys know I like the intuitive lantern deck, lilac lantern, the intuitive deck. So let's see. Is there any other, the path, right? This is your own path. Your path, your ideas. Give the chaos up. That's because you're listening to other people. All right. Let's see, what's the bingo card here? The target for any additional information. I should put on some more music here at this part because it does take a moment to go through this deck and find the target card. Boy, okay, hold on. It's always like it's near the end, but just okay. Okay, so this is the target. So what we're talking about, right? More information. So this is your solar plexus chakra, how you do things, your actions, right? You're going to want to change how you do things. And this is your heart chakra, right? And this card can be like anything that's, I don't know, it's like the unicorn. It's like, I don't know, the strange, like the unique idea or the unconventional method or the thing that's not, your normal thing. It's kind of a weird thing. Like maybe in your heart, look to your heart and just say, you know what, let my weirdness out. How would I do that creatively? It may be strange to other people, but you're going to change the way you do things. All right. And you're going to just have to be more adaptable right now and sit in the space of love. Look how this all comes together. Do you see why I love the cards? So let's just do 2 more cards to get us going. This is for everyone watching. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's helpful, giving you another way of getting things done and feeling happy in your life and productive. And if you have a question, just in the comments below, you can write the question. Okay. Ooh, okay. So this flew out. Turkey. Okay. I don't know who this is for, but turkey, someone is behaving stupidly, which seems so harsh, but maybe someone's criticizing you and they really shouldn't be. Oh, no, we don't need cascades of all the cards. Sorry. Just one more card for the people watching. One more card that's helpful to people trying to figure out how to get their responsibilities and everything met without, especially when they're having a hard time doing it. Oh, August. This is when I'm making the video, in August. Okay. Yeah, that's now. So what about now? Okay, so 2 flew out together. We have the rabbit. Too much concern. Too much concern with sexual matters. Now, I know I have a lot of rabbits in my yard, so this reading just went to a really weird place. I don't know. I don't know what that means to you, but I think it could be like, don't put all the pressure on yourself, right? Those are things you're concerned about. It also says the camel, look at all these animals, perseveres and you will overcome problems just like the camel. I hope that's helpful. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.